You need to get your own life. You need to cleave away from your husband, cleave away from your children. You're not just the grandma. You're not just the wife. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. And you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years. I don't know. Things aren't going that great. I miss my family. I miss being a family. Maybe it's worth just staying miserable if you get your family.
My daughter, Gina, 38, left her husband, Dan, 40, for a younger and more exciting man from work. They broke up when she got hit with a condo levy. She asked him to help pay since he was living with her. He declined since he wasn't on the deed, and he said he didn't mind paying rent, but that the maintenance was on the owner. They fought, and that was that. She ended up having to sell the condo. It was too expensive for her alone, but it was something she fought for in the divorce. That was 6 years ago, and she's finally burned through the money from the sale. We told her to buy something smaller in a different neighborhood, but she insisted that she needed to live there so her kids' lives wouldn't be disrupted. In the meantime, our son-in-law just got remarried to a lovely girl, Madison, 27 or 28. Our grandchildren like her, and she's always very pleasant when we speak. She's pregnant, and the kids are excited for a new sibling. My daughter is back living with us. All she does is work and complain. She has to work too much. She can't meet good men. This new woman stole her life. It never stops. My wife is always commiserating with her about how hard her life is, and I just keep my mouth shut. Madison came by yesterday to pick up the kids. After she left, my daughter went off again. She was driving a new car they got since her old car would be impractical for a family of 5 to drive around in. The kids ran out to see it and check out all the bells and whistles. Gina didn't even say hello. After Madison and the kids left, she started whining again, now about how she can't afford a new car. And I couldn't help it. I told her that she made her choice to give up that life she had for something different, and that choices have consequences. She literally ran crying to her room, and I felt like shit. Her mom scolded me for being so harsh. I apologize for saying what I said, and I honestly feel bad about it, but I think she needs to stop complaining about her life since she chose it.
Hardest things that I've had to adapt to is dropping my kids off at their dad's house. I've always wanted the family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer.
Another one bites the dust.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Love coming at you guys with another video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to the platform, please hit that like, share, subscribe button so you'll get a notification every time I drop a new video. And without further ado, let's just get into it. Today, man, I'm gonna do another reaction video on Tia Mowry. As I'm sure most of you know, she's got a new show that just came out with its first episode. And once again, she's talking about her divorce. What really inspired me to want to do a reaction video off of this is I think this show, at least in this, we're getting a really good look and more insight into why Tia Mowry she made the choice to get a divorce. And I think if you've watched that, I didn't watch it all, but even before I watched the show, just listening to Tia Mowry in her interviews, and when you see, her interacting with, other friends, most of these friends are single. I think that her story is a prime example of how single women keep other women single. Let me give a shout out to Reva from Reva TV, because I'm going to play a clip from her podcast. She's done a reaction video off of the second episode of Tia Mowry's next act, whatever you call it. So she made some really, really solid points. Again, shout out to Reva from Reva TV, and I'm gonna show you guys this clip.
I hate when this stuff happens because it makes me feel like I've made a mistake.
A mistake of what?
Of getting divorced.
Girl, and what I thought was very interesting, when she revealed that sometimes she feels like she made a mistake, was that, the people around her, or her quote unquote closest friend, was basically telling her like, no girl, no you don't, you're the one that wanted this, you're the one. And like, I personally feel that as women, it's important that you have people around you who are not bitter or negative, or have any disdain towards relationship reconciliation or fixing things.
That part right there, y'all. You can tell when you listen to her friends talking. I mean, just the way that the last friend that just got through speaking, you can tell by the way that her response that she doesn't want her to go back to Corey. She doesn't even want her thinking about going back to Corey. And why doesn't she want her to go back? Because misery loves company. Single women love keeping other women single.
I divorced my high school sweetheart after 5 years of marriage and 4 babies. And I recently started dating. And let me tell you something that I've noticed we do. Myself and several of my friends have gotten out of either marriages or long-term relationships that were abusive, either physically, emotionally, verbally, toxic. Maybe the partner didn't hold their weight, whatever. I'm not just speaking to my experience. And I've noticed something, that we start dating and we meet someone and they're doing the bare minimum and we think it's everything.
This is another narrative that's just getting old. Like, how the fuck does it take you 5 years, but not only 5 years, okay, you're kind of dumb, you're naive, you don't know any better, but 4 children? So he was toxic and abusive and all of these things for 5 years?
Oh, we've never heard that one before, now have we?
And you still decided to pop out 4 children with him. Like, make that make sense. Like, is it one of those situations where you think that a baby is going to make the relationship better? But then what gets me is you literally tell on yourselves, because then you say you have a bunch of friends that are going through the same thing or have been through the same thing. And what do you think that is? Y'all are in each other's ears talking about how miserable y'all are. One person will say, oh, my husband's manipulative. So what does that do? You start to think, oh, maybe my husband is manipulative too.
I hate when this stuff happens because it makes me feel like I've made a mistake.
A mistake of what?
Of getting divorced.
Girl, that is fear, because you thought about that long and hard.
I did.
4 years. It wasn't one argument.
Y'all are in each other's ears talking about how miserable y'all are. One person will say, oh, my husband's manipulative. So what does that do? You start to think, oh, maybe my husband is manipulative too.
Y'all, the real reason why Tia wrecked her marriage is because she wants to try the streets.
I think the type of guy that I'm really attracted to is a guy who's, tatted, like a guy who's funny, who has a sense of humor, bad boy qualities, and edge.
Of course, the infamous unicorn. She wants Tupac in a suit. Y'all, Tia Mowry has bought into the same ridiculous stereotype that is being pushed in social media, it's being pushed in society. Yes, the bad boy image. Let me tell y'all what's scary happened to Tia Mowry. She's going to meet a guy like that. He going to clap them cheeks. She's going to become obsessed with him, and he's going to break her heart. Because why would you expect anything good from a bad boy? Why do you think they call them bad boys? And after that happens, she's going to realize that what she did was not worth wrecking her own home. She's going to realize she made a mistake. But that's not the kicker, y'all. It's really going to hit home when Corey finds a new woman. And that woman appreciates him a whole lot better than Tia did. And to see them happy, that's when it's really going to sink in. Ladies and gentlemen, another prime example of how nice guys finish last.
I get a lot of friends because I have respect for women, ultra respect for women. But then, like I was liking this girl in Tam, and I'm extra nice, extra gentleman. I'm extra just like, oh, you're beautiful and you deserve the best. And she told me I was too nice. I couldn't believe it. It wouldn't work because I was too nice. That was the ultimate stab in the back. So I went through a week of just going, forget it. I'm just gonna be like them, because they seem to get the girls and they call girls the B word, and they smack and beat and they're getting girls, and I'm going, peace, and I think you're beautiful, and they're going, well, I like him because he's masculine.
I think the type of guy that I'm really attracted to is a guy who's, tatted, like a guy who's funny, who has a sense of humor, bad boy qualities and edge.
They call girls the B word, and they smack and beat, and they're getting girls, and I'm going, peace, and I think you're beautiful, and they're going, well, I like him because he's masculine.
And this is a prime example as to why arranged marriages were a thing. They weren't designed to oppress women. They were designed to protect women from themselves. That's pretty much all I got. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next one.